you got the honors. The call has now been locked. We are ready to rock. As I like to say, I've been known to say quite a bit. Welcome to the call, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Devado, out of Colorado, high atop the Rockies. What a beautiful, beautiful morning, crisp morning air. It's just incredible to think that we have our home-based businesses and that we can actually make substantial amounts of impact on people's lives with life-changing products. And because of that, those positive impacts that our distribution network makes, ladies and gentlemen, the company pays us very, very well. So very, very blessed to be here. I consider it a privilege to be part of DG International. So thankful that I got that call, quite honestly, from my sister, though they are long gone on a motorcycle somewhere, I understand. My original that person is gone, and that's quite all right, because they introduced me to this company that changed my life. So I'm just here with an attitude of gratitude, grateful for that, and I just want to encourage everybody all across the country to kind of sometimes keep that in mind, that you've got a tremendous amount of resources and the support team, and that's the way I look at that. It all began with that introduction. Somebody cared enough about you to introduce you. So I always just have that attitude of gratitude toward that person. And with that in mind, just congratulations and welcome to the call. As you heard, ladies and gentlemen, coast to coast, border to border, and even internationally, we have individuals signing into the focus call, because it's so wonderful to see that we are truly focusing our thoughts on having a successful business and a successful outcome. And that's a little bit about what we're going to talk about today, because I think that one of the key things about this business, this is an incredible business, but it's a business that I really think sometimes we really don't take the time to understand. And I think one of the things that made a difference in my career, ladies and gentlemen, is when I got this, and that is network marketing is a personal development plan with a compensation plan. Okay? And the fact of the matter is that we're all personally developing, and there's been many, many times, but many of the greats and repeated all across the bench, exactly like we're having out in Atlanta this weekend, and that is that to work harder on yourself than you work on your job or your business. And there's a very significant reason we say that, ladies and gentlemen, because this truly is about working on yourself and being true to yourself. And one of the most important elements, I believe, of that personal development is scheduling it. It's interesting that, most everybody that's been an employee certainly has been scheduled for their time. And, the reason the employer schedules you is because it's crucial to the outcome. And that's the same thing that's true in personal development. You must schedule your time because it's crucial to the outcome. See, I think that a lot of people maybe today on the phone, maybe disqualified. If so, that's quite all right. You can make those adjustments. And that is that we give personal development our leftover time. A time that basically isn't occupied by whatever, fill in the blanks, right? Maybe the burning bushes that are talking to us, or maybe the brush fires that are demanding our attention, and so on and so forth. And I think that personal development is key. And the reason I bring that up is that we're going to talk a little bit about the power of focus, the power of focus thinking in regards to this race to summit promotion. Oh my goodness, this race to summit promotion is just absolutely incredible. I love what the company has done. The company has done something extraordinary because we've graduated. Our company, DG International, is truly matured because we used to have promotion to get people into the company, okay? And the company gave us great rewards for getting new people in the company, and it stopped there. The things that the company is doing now as we mature into, really, by most any definition that anybody could dream of, the fastest growing company in network today. I mean, this company is exploding at the scene, and that is that DG International is rewarding duplication. In other words, it's not just about sponsoring our person or our two people, ladies and gentlemen, but it's sponsoring an individual and then showing them how to sponsor their two new people. Okay? people that came from your efforts. And we're going to talk today a little bit about those efforts. Because again, this, I believe, is one of the most misunderstood aspects of network marketing, and it's called working in depth. And I look like that in capital letters, at the top of your page. Working in depth will protect your business. Working in depth is so crucial to having a real business in network marketing. As a matter of fact, I like to put it this way. When you are working in depth, you really have a business. If you're not working in depth, you're in your upline business. Ouch. Ooh, that hurt me. I remember the time I heard that because I said, oh my gosh, not only am I not working in depth, because 15 years ago, I didn't know what that meant. And so this is at one of our Saturday equivalent to our Super Saturday trainings, and it got my attention because I said, boy, I need to do that because I definitely want to protect my business. And the reality is that our race to summit promotion is designed to show you how to work in depth. And the working in depth is so crucial because it utilizes a element of relationship building. And here at DG International, here in this industry of network marketing, and that is that, this is the term that I like, and that is we are always on the lookout for new leaders in our business. And that those new leaders come from what's called, and this is another category I believe worth capitalizing, and that is that internal recruiting. Okay, so we're going to talk about all this here and move forward all in the context of personal development, okay? And here's why. Personal development is so crucial to the outcome of internally recruiting because when you're internally recruiting, you're giving away hope. You're giving away vision. You're taking somebody's current level of thinking, which most of the time, ladies and gentlemen, is what I would call, and I'll just speak for myself before I got involved in network marketing, and that is some stinking thinking. So, I had people that cared enough about me to help me with my thinking and give me some constructive thinking. And that happened because of their internal recruiting. They reached out to me. And one of the key things that I believe that the Race to Summit promotion is designed to do is for you to work with people that you can build those relationships and help them that the very process of improving their health and then eventually improving their wealth. That is the great Jim Rohn said, many people don't do well in life because they don't do well. And one of the key elements about fast-growing network marketing companies, and I say it's well over 95%, but I'm being generous, of those companies that are fast-growing and sustain any kind of impact on an industry like ours, are companies that are involved in health and wellness. And it really addresses that whole concept of you must feel well to do well. And so that's one of the things that we have to keep in mind as we're working with people, and you can approach them, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's on the product approach, no problem with it. Some of the very, very fast-growing groups all around the country that have begun at that time on the product, and then there's other groups that have just been all business. They were asking the questions of, are you open to an additional stream of income? That's a different question. If they say yes to that, it's a business conversation. It's not income, but a business model. So the key thing about being successful in internally recruiting is that we must sponsor our own people first. And we begin that culture of duplication. And I love what Fred Holmes teaches on the Saturday morning training call, and that is duplication is inevitable. And I like to add it, as I like to say, at no extra charge. And it's either going to be duplication at time as you sponsor one person and each can sponsor their two people. You get on both sides of your business. So it's either duplication by design or duplication by default, because impacting their lives with their wealth. And see, impact indices, as I call them, those indices will tell you a tremendous amount about how healthy a real business is. And see, this is what I believe the Race Summit promotion is all about. It's creating a duplication factor. And why are those, of those people, of you getting, people, they sponsoring 2 people and they sponsoring 2, those 6 people. And it kind of just worked out this way because the story that I've shared over is the 6th pack of Santa Rosa. And, I was privileged enough to be part of that. And the 6th pack of Santa Rosa, we called ourselves back then the 6 months ahead. We really did not know anything about network marketing. This was well over 15 years ago. And it turns out that we made a big impact on a lot of lives, even without knowing much about this industry, because the system bailed us out. And one of the key things that I want you to take away from this concept of getting 6 people in that was Beach International called that circuit. That your first circuit was going to pay you $400 extra. Okay, you go ahead and create a little bit of duplication that can become a lot, as it did with the 6 pack of Santa Rosa, where those 6 people went on to create Saturday morning events with hundreds of in multiple locations in the Bay Area. To have the equivalent of DVD with hundreds of people on Wednesday night and Thursday night evening all across the Bay Area. To have events in Sacramento with over 2,000 people in attendance, all from that core group of 6. And so what I encourage you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to get a vision. And that's part of what, the book of the month that we're focusing on our team, the Silver Moringa team. Everybody has their own teams, ladies and gentlemen, and so stay closely plugged into your leaders. But the book of the month for us this month is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And I have to say that book will absolutely revolutionize thinking. And that's what it did for Lovato here, is that it helped me change a mindset that has been essentially duplicating by default instead of duplicating by design. And so what I want you to do is to walk away with the concept of the whole circuit of 6 people. He's just going to pay you $400 extra. And the operative word is extra, right? And the $400 is wonderful. I mean, it's an immediate, payout, or, relatively speaking, you get paid, at the end of the process, period 66. What I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, is that circuit of 6 people, you can do it multiple times. But see, if we do this concept of working in depth properly, what will happen is that you'll sponsor your 2 people. And those 2 people will lifeline their 2 people to you. So you have a new core group of people that you're going to be working with. And those individuals are going to be needing some guidance. And the key thing that you're going to want to do is plug them into that system of support. And Hazel Harris did an incredible job this morning about announcing the event out in Atlanta. That's a part of the support system. That's part of the reason why that market is working so well, why their events are with hundreds and sometimes thousands of people in their events out there, because you got that duplication of people that are being brought into the business that are being introduced. We call it a lifeline to their plugged-in upline. And see, this is what internal recruiting shines or it doesn't shine. And that is that when there is a culture of people anxious to meet that are plugged in upline, guess what? Your plugged in upline has already been trained to actually identify the people that they're going to be spending time. And they're going to be showing you, not telling you, what to do with those people, ladies and gentlemen. So one of the key things that I want you to walk away with is that what's going to identify the people that you're working working with is you're going to give them a little bit to do. You know, I love what my mentor Ron Gold said. He says, you know, just give them a little bit and watch what they do. You know what? I encourage and I like to, get people on with the enthusiasm they have here. But you know what I do? I watch their behavior. Because, as it's been said many times, behavior never lies. It tells the real story. We all come into this industry, into this business, super duper excited. I mean, we are just going to conquer the world, right? But what I do as a leader, and I encourage you to do the same, as you're doing your internal recruiting, is you pay attention to the behavior. Because behavior really tells the story. Behavior is the indicator of what they're really prepared to do with the system. Okay? And so, one of those behaviors, I believe, is the lifeline. How quickly they are done is absolutely key. Okay? There are times where I see a lot of growth in the business and in a little pocket of business, and guess what? I have to kind of jump in there and kind of work with the people bringing in to get them the lifeline. And here's what we've seen, is that when individuals get lifelines, in the process of the races on the promotion, when there's proper lifelines, connectivity, relationship building, building of hope, those groups go on to grow very quickly. Okay? But sadly, I have to say, those groups that don't pay attention to fundamental in network marketing of introducing people to your plug-in upline, those people, and I've seen it over and over and over all across the world, really, that those groups really don't grow. So I really encourage you to kind of take a look at your report. Here's we're going to do some practical stuff here, and that is I encourage to look at your new members. Look at your new member report. You know, you could get incredible information to run our business, and if you don't know what to do with that, man, make a call. Make a call to your upline. I don't know how to find the new people in my business. You know, and guess what? If it's just one new person in your business, that's who your focus should be on, that person needing support. Okay? That person really needs your leadership. Okay? Because they're depending on somebody to give them a lifeline. And that's why I like that term, lifeline. It's literally pulls them out of drowning in the water. It's almost invariably they all, unless they get connected. So that's one of the fundamentals I wanted to focus on, today, is the power of focused thinking, is to start thinking about those lifelines, the ability to get people connected, okay, to the system. And, our system, sometimes mystically speaking, the system is very simple. It's just activities that provide productivity. That's really the system that you want people involved in. Activities that provide productivity. And the wonderful thing is that, one of the things that can be very productive in your business, asking another question about, and this is part of how you're working in depth, is you're receiving the information about them being into your network. In other words, you're getting phone numbers, you're getting emails, and you're being of service to them. You're not calling them, telling them what to do. That's what they do in corporate America. But you're calling them and being of service to them. Hey, listen, Sally, this is Paul Lovato. Did you happen to know that, there's a brand new promotion going on that you can make an extra $400 up to $3,200? And you know what? Just watch what they do and show them how to do that, okay? And see, that's the service that we're providing to people. As it's been said many, many times in this industry by the top leaders, is that this is really a network of servant leadership. And see, servant leadership is about empowering other people, not telling them what to do. I love what the great Jim Rohn said, and that is, he says, learn to take advice, never take orders. So everybody that I have the privilege to work with, I always let them know, I will not tell you what to do, but I will give you the best advice, and You make a decision. The reason Jim Rohn said, learn to take advice, is because when you take advice, it's your decision, it's your outcome, and it's your lesson. And maybe there's a good lesson because the system rewarded you about $400 up to $3,200 for the Race to Summit promotion. Or maybe it hurt you, or there was an ouch, if you will, because it wasn't such a good outcome. But the reality is you should run from that, and that's what Jim Rohn always taught, is that you take those lessons and you reset the sail. And see that the same wind blows on us all. The only question is, how are we setting our sail? And see, I love what James Allen talks about in as a man thinking. And when we set our own sail, we're creating our own outcome. And here's the one of the greatest things that we can do in getting away from our stinking thinking. And that is, we stop believing. And I'm just going to read this quote to you straight out of As a Man Thinketh. A man only begins to be a man, and that's generic, ladies and gentlemen, when he or she ceases to whine and to revile, and commences to search for the hidden justice which relates his or her life. And he or she adapts their mind to that regulating factor. They cease to accuse others as the cause of their condition, and build themselves up in a strong and noble thoughts, ceases to kick against circumstances, but begins to use them as aids in their more rapid progress, and as a means of the hidden powers and possibilities within themselves. And that is huge, powerful stuff. I mean, you could write a book on that alone, ladies and gentlemen. That's the kind of power that's in As a Man Thinketh. That's the kind of power that creates self-responsibility. That's the kind of power that the Race to Summit promotion really is all about. Is empowering others by being. As I like to say, you can't give away what you don't have. I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not sponsored 2 people, or even 1 person with the Race to Summit, to make it happen today. Make no excuses. Take away all blame, all circumstances. Remember, the same wind blows on us all. But the issue is, are you going to be able to go out and set the sail, get into that port of bringing people into the company to bless their lives, as I started the call with, I am just with an attitude of gratitude that my life has been blessed, that somebody called me. You know, it's really astonishing that we can keep this to ourselves. I'm just astonished sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what else to say, that when we don't give this away, we just keep it to ourselves and we keep it close to our vest. That's astonishing, because this is one of the greatest gifts that we have, is to change people's health, that they have the ability to live a new life. And the reason health is so important is that, you know, the circumstances that we all have different winds on us. And we all have different times of the wind blowing on us, but the same wind blows on us all. And my time was in my 20s. That was part of my journey. And that is that I experienced the loss of a wife to cancer. That changed my life. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that impacted me to protect my health, because I never wanted to leave my son be an orphan. See, I didn't want him to be alone, because I was going to do that. I took responsibility, okay? And what I encourage you to do, take responsibility for your business. Take responsibility and say, I will get in here to go ahead and start this process of duplication by design, start the process of doing internal recruiting, relationship building, giving hope to people's lives that they no longer live in a state of speaking. And so, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to wrap up the call. I wanted to also encourage people to, just map some goals. How many people am I going to get in to a brand new circuit of that core 6 people am I going to do that myself personally? Okay? As it's been said, so leader one, if there's one, you can't lead one, you can't lead one. So make it a point to go out and do that. I'd love to hear all about that. Talk to your plugged in plan, and you know what, I want to make myself accountable to get this done. I want to start a brand new core group of 6 people, and never forget, ladies and gentlemen, that alone can be an instrumental difference outcome for generations to come. As it's been in my life, generations touched by what's happened in this industry for myself, and that can happen to you, and we can go on for many generations. So with that in mind, I just wanted to go ahead and thank everybody for your time today. I pray and I hope that I you to the call today, that you walk away with the nugget to make a difference in your business on this August 7th Go Diamond Focus Call. I encourage everybody to really promote tonight's Straight Talk call with Russ Bianchi. Matter of fact, it was so interesting to see the teamwork that we have here. We're now having our Director of Research and Science, Dr. Joshua Plant. He filled in for Russ Bianchi on one of the Straight Talk calls. What a great call in regards to a different perspective, and it also gives Russ Bianchi an opportunity to have a life, right? And so the reality is that the tag team that's going on with the different speakers we have on those calls are incredible. Promote that to your team, and you know what? Set up a 3-way call afterwards. Just ask a very simple question. So what did you like that? And then you're off and running, ladies and gentlemen. That's as simple as our business really is. So I look forward to hearing everybody on the Straight Talk call, as well as the Dr. Joshua Plant Thursday morning call that is going to be happening tomorrow morning. And that's a great opportunity for you to be involved in actually taking advantage of all the new things that are happening here at GT International. And that's going to happen at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Certainly take a look at your ZJ back office, and it's going to promote that information. It's going to have the phone number there for you. And the wonderful thing is that you can actually type in email questions to Dr. Plant, and they will address those as best as they can. And great things are happening from all the support system that we have here at GT International. Ask the question, who do you know out in Atlanta? Who do you know? Take a look at the events. I know that they had some events just last night out in Louisiana, and there was people from the group in there that were taking advantage of this system. So with that in mind, it's Paul Lovato out of Denver, Colorado. Are there any further announcements? Any other comments that need to be made by individuals on the moderator line? The lines are open. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that in mind, it's been a pleasure to be here. Have a great rest of the day, and as we say,